You have the ICU experience, you have the high acuity reps, and you have the ambition. But do you actually have the markers that prove you are ready to transition from the bedside to the head of the bed? Becoming a CRNA is the most demanding professional pivot a nurse can make. Many applicants focus entirely on their GPA or their years of experience. But there are deeper, more clinical signs that indicate whether you will simply survive the transition or actually thrive in a doctoral program. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific clinical and psychological signs that prove you are ready to apply. We are going to dive into everything from your intuitive response in a crisis to the way you view a simple drug titration. Stick around, because later in this video, I'm going to reveal the specific academic marker that admissions committees use to weed out people who are intellectually comfortable but clinically stagnant. Anticipatory intelligence. The first sign that you are ready to become a nurse anesthetist is a shift in your clinical intuition. When you are a new ICU nurse, you are reactive. You wait for the blood pressure to drop before you call the provider or adjust the pressor. But when you are truly ready for the next level, you become proactive. You are no longer waiting for the monitor to alarm. You are anticipating the physiological shift before it happens. You see the trend in the heart rate, you notice the subtle change in the waveform, and you already have the intervention ready before the resident even walks into the room. This is the hallmark of a provider mindset. If you find that you are consistently 3 steps ahead of the plan of care, you are developing the anticipatory intelligence required for anesthesia. Emotional composure. The second sign is what I call clinical zen. In a high-stakes code or a massive hemorrhage, there's a specific type of nurse who gets louder, faster, and more chaotic. Then there is the nurse who gets quieter, slower, and more precise. To be a successful nurse anesthetist, you must be the latter. If you have reached a point in your ICU career where a crashing patient no longer triggers a sympathetic fight or flight response in you, but instead triggers a cold, calculated protocol of action, you are ready. You have mastered the ability to compartmentalize the stress of the moment, to focus entirely on the physiology in front of you. If you appreciate these deep dives into the mindset of the elite provider, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of strategic ICU clinicians who are focused on the long-term goal. It helps us reach more nurses who are ready to break out of the bedside cycle. The why factor. Sign number 3 is an obsession with cellular level rationale. Most nurses are content knowing that a drug works. They know that if they turn up the Levophed, the pressure goes up. But a future nurse anesthetist is no longer satisfied with the what. You have started obsessing over the how. You are looking up the receptor profiles, you are studying the pharmacokinetics, and you are questioning why one vasopressor is superior to another for a specific septic pathology. You aren't just following a protocol, you are auditing the science behind the protocol. This intellectual hunger is the engine that will get you through the grueling didactic portion of your education. The 2026 competitive landscape. It is important to ground these signs in the current reality of the profession. According to the data we have tracked in our 2026 strategic audit, the applicant pool for nurse anesthetist programs has become significantly more specialized. Programs are no longer just looking for ICU time, they are looking for high acuity mastery. This means the bar for entry has moved from competent to elite. I'll be talking more about how to navigate this increased competition in a moment, especially regarding the units that provide the best preparation. But first, we need to address the 4th sign, which is how your peers view you in a crisis. The unit authority. Sign number 4 is becoming the go-to person on your unit. When a fresh heart comes out of the OR, or when a patient is placed on ECMO, is your name the one the charge nurse calls to handle the case? If you are the person that other experienced nurses go to when they can't figure out a complex titration or a piece of equipment, you have reached the ceiling of bedside nursing. To become a nurse anesthetist, you need to have been the clinical anchor for your unit. Admissions committees look for leadership that isn't just a title on a committee, but leadership that is earned at the bedside through clinical excellence. The academic hunger. The 5th sign is that your study brain has never actually turned off. If you have already secured your CCRN, and instead of stopping there, you are looking for the next certification or the next advanced pharmacology course, you are ready. The transition to becoming a nurse anesthetist requires a massive shift in how you process information. You are moving from a world of memorized tasks to a world of applied science. If you find yourself bored with the standard unit education and you are actively seeking out doctoral level resources, your mind is already primed for the rigors of anesthesia school. To help you bridge that gap, I've put together a resource for you. You can get my free starter kit in the description below to see the exact milestones you need for the 2026 cycle. It is a 12-page audit that covers everything from unit selection to the wealth guide. Professional sovereignty. Sign number 6 is a desire for professional autonomy. If you find yourself frustrated by the limitations of the nursing scope of practice, not because you want more power, but because you want more responsibility for the outcome, you are ready. When you see a clinical problem and you know exactly how to fix it, but you have to wait for an order from someone who may not be as close to the patient as you are, that friction is a sign. The nurse anesthetist role is one of the highest levels of autonomy in healthcare. If you are ready to take full responsibility for the patient's life from induction to emergence, you are ready for the shift. The life audit. The 7th and final sign is perhaps the most practical. Your life architecture is stable. Anesthesia school is a full-time, high-stress commitment that leaves no room for outside chaos. If you have audited your finances, your relationships, and your mental health, and you have created a buffer that allows you to disappear into your studies for 3 years, you are truly ready. Many brilliant clinicians fail because they try to build their professional legacy on a shaky personal foundation. When your life is as organized as your clinical practice, you are ready to step into the most challenging and rewarding phase of your career. The new trajectory. The journey to becoming a nurse anesthetist is a marathon of strategic choices. If you recognize yourself in these 7 signs, the 2026 cycle is calling your name. The competition is steeper than ever, but for the nurse who has mastered their clinical DNA and their psychological composure, the path is wide open. Don't let the short-term comfort of the bedside keep you from the long-term impact of being a provider. To see exactly how to navigate the upcoming school rankings and clinical site audits, click on my previous video about my deep dive into the 2026 salary projections. Your transition starts with a single choice to be more than a worker. Stay wise.